We're here once again at the CSC at Changi for our very next shoot. If you're looking for a great place for fun times with the family, well, you should definitely check them out. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode right here on Revv Evolution. You know, it's been a while since we had a BMW EV on our show, and when PML reached out for us to do a review on the iX1, we thought, what a fantastic opportunity. And especially now in Singapore with so many China brands for you to choose from and motorists really spoiled for choice, we want to find out more about this car and why you should even consider it. Right folks, before we jump into the rest of the review and of course more visuals and information, a little bit of background information about the BMW iX1. The iX1 joins BMW's premium SAV segment or sports activity vehicle segment, and it also showcases BMW's 5th generation eDrive technology. All right, and enough said, now on the rest of the video. Right folks, it's now the time for my favorite segment, and I probably know it's yours as well. It's all about boot space. And with the BMW iX1 being an SAV, we want to find out how much space this vehicle actually has. Well, it affords you a 490 litres with all the seats down, 1,495 litres, which is really quite a lot of space for all your stuff as well. And it also affords you a 40-20-40 seat split. Hello folks, and welcome to the section we call the Bros Review. That's right. Well, we certainly hope you enjoyed the earlier section of the video. We tried to keep it as short as possible because, you know, we wanted to keep more time for the in-car review, which is really the information that we wanted you to know more about, because this being an EV, right? So I didn't really spend much time outside the car. I tell you, this is the headlight and that's the wheels and stuff like that, because I believe by watching the visuals, you'll have a better idea about how the car actually looks. Alright, so with the in-car review, what we've done, we've actually segregated it into different sections in terms of things like your price, your specs, your features, and last but not least, the handling. Alright, now with that being said, now let's quickly kick it off with Jun. Alright, Jun, take it away.
Alright, so the iX1 sells now at the current COE for $273,888. This is less than $40,000 of rebates
that you get out of the car. Okay, so in terms of length, okay, it's 4.5 meters long, 1.84 meters wide, and 1.6 meters high. Okay, and it weighs roughly about 1.9 tons, and comes in more than 10 colors for you to choose from. And the thing I love about this current color that we have in the car is the green is really amazing, which is why I'm also wearing green as well. All right, so now to jump onto the specs, let's hear from Jun.
Yep, so the specs of this car. Battery capacity for this car is 64.8 kilowatts, which translates to about 474 kms of mileage in this car.
Right, and that is with the WLTP standard, right?
So what does WLTP stand for?
Right, okay, so I've been asked that question. So whenever, that's basically the Worldwide Harmonized Light Vehicle Test Procedure. But that being said, it doesn't mean that the car is actually going to take you that much range. But to be honest, it actually is come close to it. All right, so yes, more information, bro.
So the drivetrain of this, the engine of this is a single motor, and it is a front wheel drive, and it pushes out 147 horsepower and 205 newton meters of torque.
And I think with the fact that it weighs this much and it's pushing out that much power, I mean, and you can actually feel it when you drive. I think it's pretty impressive that with what BMW has actually done.
Yes, and what would the charging be for a car like this?
Okay, so for charging, there's basically two modes of charging that you can actually do. So there's an AC charging and a DC charging. So AC charging, or what we call slow charging, if you charge the BMW, it takes about 3 hours and 45 minutes. And this is once again not a full charge, but basically going from 10 to 80%, which is what most brands recommend when you charge your car. You don't want to push it all the way to 100 because it's just like your handphone. You don't want to kind of like overcharge it. And with DC charging, or fast charging as what we call it, in Singapore itself, there's a whole bunch of fast charging stations starting from 100 kilowatts onwards, the fastest being I think 150 kilowatts. And when you do a fast charge on this car, it does it in about 29 minutes, which I think is really good.
Yeah, 470 km.
Yeah, exactly.
Range.
You know, you just go grab a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you're all ready to go. All right, bro. What else?
And this car pushes 0 to 100 in about 10.5 seconds.
Okay.
Which is really great for a single motor, front wheel drive,
Exactly.
1.9 ton car.
Right. And now let's jump into the section which I think really is more important in terms of everything else, but is the features or technology that's involved in the car.
So the iX1 comes with new BMW OS 9.
Yeah, and I want to ask you, bro, what's the difference basically with all these OSs that BMW keeps talking about?
So the OS 9 comes with, of course, updated features, but a long single screen, which is beautiful.
Okay.
And so modern looking.
Right. And what else do we have?
We have BMW's new Maps navigation system.
Yeah,
which,
it's pretty much standard, I think, in most cars. And even if you don't want to use the BMW's map system, as in most cars nowadays, you have the choice of you actually hooking up your handphone with the Android Play and everything else, and you can actually decide whether you want to use the onboard systems. Or, but for me personally, I prefer to use Waze, so I'm always putting it on Android Auto.
Yeah, well, aside from that, you also have the other modern driver assistance systems, which are like the adaptive cruise control, which is, of course, different from the passive cruise control. Besides the adaptive cruise control, we have the lane keep assist, which, of course, helps you keep in the lane.
And I think with the BMW, when we drove it, the fact that the good thing about it is it actually allows you to control the amount of aggressiveness when it comes to lane assist. Because in some cars, when you don't have what it does, it actually kind of jars you back in the lane itself. But with the BMW, it has the same effect as well. But you actually have a choice of choosing between light, moderate, and aggressive.
Besides this, we also have the 3 different drive modes that this car comes in.
Right.
The personal mode, which is the balance between sporty and efficient.
Right.
Then you have the sports mode, which of course, pushes the car a bit faster, a bit sharper, and of course the efficient mode, which maximizes your range.
All right, so that being said, I think, like I said, we try to keep it as short as possible, but giving you the really important information about, especially when it comes to technology, because this being an EV, I think what you'd really be more concerned about is things like your driving range, also battery levels,
power, charging.
Exactly, correct, and it really efficiency, which over the days that we've had it, this car has proven that it really keeps up to the BMW name of in EVs especially. So with that being said, I think now it's time to move on over to the summary.
Right, folks, it's now time for our summary. Decisions, especially when you're looking to get a brand new EV. And especially here in Singapore with this thing we call the COE, it really gives you a tough choice when you are looking for a brand new EV. And with the BMW iX1, I think for me personally, one of the things that is really holding me back, or maybe might be holding you back about, is the price point. Even with all that rebates being given, because being priced at about 280,000 in terms of the competition out there, it really gives you just a plethora of cars that you can choose from. But the iX1, based from what our experience is with all that technology in it of course being German engineered, it is definitely a car that you might want to consider. We want to say a big Revv Evolution thank you to our friends over at PML for allowing us to have the BMW iX1 for our review. To find out more about Revv Evolution, whether it's about our cars or even our lifestyle, do remember to check out all our social media platforms. And also, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Till you hear from us again, this is Renee, signing off.